an online community is a group organized around common interests, experiences, and themes where a sense of co-ownership and mutual welfare is felt amongst its members, with both the community builder and manager serving the community and not the other way around. So the important thing to yield from that is that you, as either the community builder or manager, are ensuring that you are serving your members, that you're serving your audience and not the other way around, that your audience feel this mutual sense of welfare, that they're all in this together. It's not 1v1 or player versus player. Everyone is here to ensure that everyone succeeds in the context of this community. An online community has purpose, and its core purpose, its fundamental purpose of every single online community is that they operate as peer-to-peer networks. Members join because of the creator and stay for the community. That's something that I've heard recently, I forget from where. The gist being that your members come for you, if you're the community builder, that is, and they end up staying for the community itself, for the relationships and shared experiences that they make along the way. Online communities are also characterized by their features, which include but are not limited to building relationships as described just recently, organizing events, and sometimes even fostering a sense of common ownership under a unified theme or interest. And of course, online communities are similar to in-person communities. So if you reread the above points, you'll notice that they all apply to in-person communities as well. Therefore, look to in-person communities for inspiration to create and manage your online community, right? Because obviously communities came long before online communities were ever a thing. So that's really the basis for what community means, is that you should look to in-person communities for inspiration. Now, why do people join communities? Well, one, for a sense of belonging. People are starved for social interactions and relationships with like-minded individuals, and this is where you come in to alleviate this pain point. If you're a community builder or manager, it is your job to satisfy people with, or make it easier, right? Enable the space for these kinds of social interactions and relationships to be formed. People join for positive change, for transformation to occur. People are seeking a space for personal growth and change, a place where they can transition from one state of being to another, right? And one way of assessing this is just to ask yourself, because of this, whatever the name of your community is, I am now this. So what is your community, and what is the change that your community promises within a member? Let's say, for example, you're a martial arts community, then the change would be, because of insert martial arts community, I went from white belt to purple belt or something along those lines. Reinforced identity. People are looking to further explore and evolve their sense of identity in relation to others on similar life paths. This one's a little bit more whimsical, and it is somewhat tied to the second point, which is positive transformation, positive change as it were. But the reinforced identity is that people want to surround themselves fundamentally amongst like-minded individuals who have similar identities, similar life paths, and they want to grow and change along these people. And it's your job as the community manager or builder to facilitate the space for these kinds of relationships to be formed. Now, your mission, your role in all this. With the advent of the internet, networking potential has never been this easy in the history of mankind. And your job is to simply build the bridges of connection through community, and perhaps even charge a toll fee for your hard work. So if you have a paid community, you can earn some money from putting in your hard work as a community manager or as a community builder by just simply creating these bridges of connection for people all around the world to become united with a single theme or interest or whatever it may be for your community. And before you do that, it's important that you arm yourself with a few principles before you get started with managing a community or before you get started with building one. And the first one is that building an online community or managing an online community is a skillful endeavor. You must acknowledge that building and managing a community requires a specific skill set, a number of shared responsibilities, and a focus on creating a fulfilling experience for your members. It isn't as turnkey as simply finding a community platform and opening it up for your target audience to enjoy. I think a big misconception that people have is that building communities is a very easy thing. It's very turnkey. You just find a platform of choice and you just open it up to your audience and traffic some attention to it, and boom, there you go. And then it just gives you reoccurring revenue every month or so. That might be what it looks like to the uneducated eye from the outside, but in truth, there's so much more that goes into online community building and management. The next point, the next principle to keep in mind before you get started with this journey of yours is that the platform is not necessarily the priority. The community experience is far more important than the choice of platform. And this may seem intuitive, but hear me out. A good experience can create an engaging community on a poor choice of platform, whereas a poor experience on a good choice of platform cannot create an engaging community. That's really just the truth. A great community experience with people who really want to ensure each other's welfare, who really want to ensure the best for each other, that is going to trump any sort of community platform problems or issues, right? So if you're running your community on a really bad community hosting platform, but at the very least you have an amazing community, that's more important than the other way around. And of course, ensure quality. You must maintain high standards for member experiences within your community. Never underestimate the power of a negative experience. If your community isn't fulfilling the desires, that is the specific needs and or wants of your members, then you have a poor community experience on your hands. So it's a very important, this isn't something like in the first point, this isn't turnkey, this isn't just you open up the floodgates to your community and then you unplug your attention from there. The moment a community gets started, it's a question of investing so much time, energy to ensure that your members are actually having these great experiences, these fulfilling experiences, and that you're satisfying their desires for whatever their expectations are or whatever the expectations that you set that your community are for these people.